3D cat sugar skull acrylic nailer tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everyone, like I said in the last video, I'm doing another sugar skull this time, and like I said, it's more feline, so this is a cat sugar skull, which I love cats. Cats are like my absolute favorite thing in the whole wide world, and this is my third, I believe, Halloween cat themed design of the year, so I think this is not the last one either. I have a few other cat ideas up my sleeve. So if you guys like cats like I do, please check back because I'm sure there will be more cat ideas coming along because cats, love cats. So I hope you guys like this, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future Halloween designs as well.
So here are the nail tips I'm going to be using in this design. These are from BTArtbox, and they come in this wonderful case. I love it when nail tips come in a box because they keep themselves organized so easily and they stack in nice little piles that way. That's just a little bit of my OCD coming out. And they have a really nice deep C curve on them, which I have found that pretty much all the tips I've gotten from them have been gorgeous as far as their C curve has been phenomenal. So they fit really well on my nails that have a deeper C curve. So if yours do too, then hopefully you'll have luck with these. And they're full cover, which is nice, and they're super thin, so they sit really well and they don't get too thick once you start sculpting on top of them. So speaking of sculpting on top of them, the first thing I'm going to be doing is just creating a clear overlay on top of the nail. I am just going to be painting it with gel polish, so the color that's underneath it is basically irrelevant, and they are that natural color, so it's not like it can stay clear. But so now I'm going to be filing it into shape, and I'm using a 180 grit hand file. When I was doing this, I didn't want to get out my e-file. I would have had to roll over. I was sitting on a rolling chair. I would have to roll across the room and get it. So I just decided, well, I'll use a hand file. Haven't done that in a while. It's kind of like exercise, you know, keep all the skills intact. So then I'm going to be applying a layer of black gel polish and then no wipe gel top coat and curing that 15 seconds. After that's cured for your 15 seconds, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to be burnishing in some black holographic powder. I find when using these holo powders, you really only need a few seconds cured on the top coat and the light that I'm using. But you might have to play around to see what gives you the best effect. Then apply another layer of gel sealer and then cure that once again, that time fully. So now I'm going to be sculpting a football shape for my cat's head. So this is out of white acrylic, and I'm just going to take and just kind of base that out. And once I have that, then I'm going to take a silicone tool and I'm going to pull the acrylic away from where the eyes are going to be, and I'm just going to give him very simple almond shaped eyes for my little kitty. Nice big eyes too. And then 2 little holes for the little nasal cavity, which is fairly human, but all the cat sugar skulls I saw had a very human nose. So I kept that intact. So just, you know, you want to make sure it's recognizable. And then I'm just going to keep going around, kind of smoothing out where the extra acrylic was from where I sculpted out the eyes. Because there was a little bit of a bump there. And just kind of smoothing that out so that it's not obvious. Then after I have that, I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm going to create the little kitty cheeks under the nose. So just take 2 small beads and add the little kitten cheeks. Just like that. And then after you have those, then I'm going to go through and I'm going to start working on his or her ears. I'm going to just go with her. I'm going to work on her ears. So then I'm going to be just setting down the bead of white acrylic and then just kind of gently pulling it into a very soft triangle shape. Nothing too detailed, very simple shapes here. Then I'm going to be adding the other one on the other side. Same thing, soft triangle shape. Try to make sure that it's in the same placement from side to side and that they're the same size. And then using a silicone tool, I'm just going to pull and create one little indent on each ear for where the fold would be. Just like that. And then kind of blend them out into the skull a little bit with some more white acrylic, just so that there's not that very defined line between ear and head, just so it looks like it is all the same piece. And then with 2 teeny tiny beads of white acrylic, I'm actually going to take 1 bead and then split it in half and create 2. I'm going to be adding the little tiny pointy teeth that are showing underneath the cheeks. So just 2 little tiny teeth. And now with black, I'm going to be adding all the outlines to all the decorations on the skull. So I'm going to start with the outlines that are in the ears, and I'm going to create little spider webs on the inside of the fold of the ear. So first outline the line that you created, that little indent with the silicone tool, and then go through and add your little spider webs. This is so cool. I wish my cat had little spider web patterns in her ears. That'd be awesome. And then just like my other sugar skull, because I do want these to go together, the one that I uploaded a couple days ago or yesterday or whenever that was, then I'm going to be just adding a scallop pattern around this cat's eyes. Very simple, very classic sugar skull, having that scallop pattern around the eyes just like that, filling in the nasal cavity, doing a little bit of outlining between the teeth and the cheeks, and then doing a couple little swirls on the cheeks, just keeping it really simple. just like that. Nothing too fancy. Also, like I said with the other one, because this is on a nail and it's very small, you're kind of limited on the amount of space that you have to create designs, and you don't want to have all these ideas and try to fit too much in and have it look cluttered. You want to keep it simple. If you get to that point where you're wondering if you have space to add something, look and see if you think it's going to get to be too claustrophobic in the design department. So just try to keep it simple. I also added a couple little swirls and a couple little pulls and some petals and a flower on the forehead. And then I'm going to start filling in all of my patterns with color. So I added purple around all the eye sockets in the little scalloped pattern. I added some pink in my in the spider webs in the ears. I thought pink was good for the ears since you always think of cats having pink in their ears, so I thought that'd be good. And then blue and green in the flower. So blue for the petals and green for the center of the flower. And then with white, I just highlighted a couple things. I highlighted his teeth because I wanted those to look really vivid and sharp and pointy. And then a little bit on the ears. Not too much highlights there, just a tiny bit. And then fill in the eye sockets with black. So just cover up that because I didn't want any of the black hollow to show through the eye sockets. And then apply a layer of matte top coat over your 3D sugar skull. And that is it. I hope you guys like this design as much as I do. Sugar skulls are amazing and decorative and kind of macabre at the same time. And this is a cat, and I love cats, so it's like combining two things that are fantastic. So I hope you guys like this as much as I do, and please share any recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!